In my own definition, I would simply describe literature as permanent expressions. Permanent what? Permanent expression in words, either written or spoken, specially arranged in pleasing accepted patterns or forms. A literature can thus be summed up as permanent expression in words, written or spoken, specially arranged in pleasing accepted patterns or forms. Literature expresses thoughts, feelings, ideas, or other special aspects of human experience. That is in my own way. So you could write your own and send to us or post it to us. So that is my own definition of literature. Right? Fine. So we say literature is similar to art. What is true in painting is true in literature. What is what? What is true in painting is true in literature. A novel is not an imitation or an exact copy of life as we live it. Rather, it is a selection of characters and events drawn from reading, observation, and experience, and woven into an entirely new story. Woven into what? An entirely new story. So, great literature leaves us with some meaning. Great literature or literature leaves us with one form of meaning or the other. Now, the question is, meaning of what? It is meaning of what? Of life. Literature does what? Gives us answers to our questions about life. Literature helps us solve life puzzle. Literature helps us to do what? To solve life puzzle. To give answers to life's riddle. It tells us that in the journey of life, only we are not the fighters. Only we are not the fighters. There are millions out there striving like us to carry on with the flow of life, feeling different shades of life, enjoying life in its fullest, and suffering the deepest of miseries. What literature tells us is that we are not the only one passing through a particular experience, that there are people out there within our climes, outside the shores of our country, our continent, experiencing similar fate, okay? Experiencing similar fate, telling us we don't have to despair, we can hang on, we just have to do this. Literature teaches us how to live our life. It helps us identify with others in the globe, strengthens and unites us with the rest of mankind. Reading literature books gives us maturity and may solve the unsolved miseries of life. And it may do what? Solve the unsolved mysteries of life. Again, literature helps us create an interest in life as we see it. It helps us experience life in all its colors and vastness. In our journey of exploring different literary texts, we meet different interesting characters. We meet what? Different interesting characters. Characters that are similar to us. Different interesting characters that teach us many things. We see characters that teach us many things, alleviate our sufferings, alleviate our sorrows, our spirits at different levels. Humanity in all its shades is encompassed in literature. Humanity in all its spheres, in all ramifications, is embedded in literature. That is what I mean when I say encompassed in literature. You're talking about sorrows, you're talking about happiness, you're talking about wars, you're talking about birth, you're talking about death, you're talking about colonialism, you're talking about feminism, name it. Everything is embedded in literary piece. So we say literature enriches personal experiences and adds wisdom to even ordinary events. Literature does what? Literature enriches personal experiences and adds wisdom to even ordinary events. Literary texts can even revolutionize our life by helping us grow through our literary journey and enabling us to see everyday events in a new light. By the time you look at this, you discover that literature is life as we experience it. Literature is what? It's life as we experience it. We can go on and on. Okay? Literature also portrays a culture. It shows history. It deals directly with language and people. The author's message is interpreted differently by different people. The decoding of the text varies according to use of different literary theories, methodologies, and all that. It speaks to us regardless of our race, regardless of our culture, regardless of our country. Literature speaks to us. So when you pick a text and then you look at it, it speaks to you. There is something you learn from it. There is a message that you take home, be it a poem, be it a novel, be it a drama. There is something that you learn from it. So literature basically speaks to us. It doesn't matter where you're from, whether you are from America, you are from Asia, you are from Africa. When you pick a literary text to read, there are so many these things that I have stated so far. You get to find them in every literary piece. I think with this, I've been able to lay a foundational stone for you to understand literature. Go over this explanation one more time, two more times, as it pleases you, and then you will have a full knowledge about this explanation.